welcome back to HQCo. This week we had another young entrepreneur, Jake Allison, on. He's actually he's in the restaurant franchise business. He has actually 15 Wendy's, a few other things going on. It was really cool to get his story from childhood to current day and all the different evolutions of his career that ultimately put him where he is.
This will be like a two-part series. So we'll air this week's part 1 and then next week part 2, just because it was a great conversation.
Yeah, it just kept going naturally. So again, everything will be on our YouTube, HQCo. You can get information on our website, HQCo.65. And I hope that everyone keeps learning. And this was a great episode for us. And I did get some awesome insight and learned a lot from him.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in and coming back to us. Appreciate it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate that.
Pleasure to be here.
It's been a long time.
Ian's asked me, like,
oh, you're a busy guy.
Yeah. And obviously, a little guy last year. He's just over a year old now, so it's like
keeps you busy.
He's busy.
It's so much better just to do it when it's meant to happen, though, versus like
absolutely
on someone. Then they're like, I don't want.
One thing I don't want is like people coming in here and being pressured to come in here.
Yeah.
It's just
that wouldn't be a very high quality conversation.
Some people just need to think about it, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know, I guess it is a lot easier than for some people than others, but
yeah.
You've had some interesting stuff though.
Yeah, it's cool. Like when I look back on it, like even now, it's like it's I think about who's gonna come in the future, and I'm like, how can you like have such high quality, right? But then it's just, then you start overthinking, and it's just a matter of like the people you know and stuff like that. But
well, and new people come along, right? So
you're rocking the highest quality burger hat in the game on your heads right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that is,
who gets these? Those are executive staff.
Like you can't get those unless you're in the Wendy's game.
So I shouldn't have taken the plastic off. I should have just left it.
see them on eBay later.
I'm only gonna wear it today and then just leave it down the road. And
imagine you start getting messages like, "How do you get those hats?"
Yeah, the ultimate giveaway or something like that. But for a second, I thought it was like the golf tournament ones.
Yeah,
but
those should be in next week or this week. They're coming up. Yeah,
sick. All right, Wendy's game. How'd that come along? Actually, you know what? Before you answer that, let's start with your first job ever. When you started,
first job ever. My father was in home building. In the early 90s. He moved from Sudbury. There was kind of like no work up there.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of came down south, was working for a developer, then bought some lots, started doing some houses. So when I was in grade 7 or 8, he had me backfilling the basements for him in the summer. It was the worst. He'd throw me down there with a shovel and like a tamper.
Yeah.
It'd be like 8 hours.
Just go nonstop, eh?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
You know, looking back, I hated it then, but like looking back, like it's like I have like an affinity for it, right? It's like you're out there in like the sun and like hard work. I don't know. I've always never shied away from hard work, but it's wish I had like the young body to keep doing it.
Right? right.
Even then, did you ever like see that being like doing what your dad did?
That was number one.
Really?
Yeah, number one was home building. When he got sick there, he tried to give the business to his superintendent to run. And then I think he offered it to a family member of ours, but no one wants to, that's one thing about business. It's like having a baby, right? It's a lot of hard work. Some people aren't cut out for doing managing people and payroll and all that stuff. So I ended up just closing up the houses we had and folded. I ended up still going to school for construction engineering, which helps me in my business today because I do all the new store builds myself and everything. I got that foundation. But if I could somehow change time, it'd want to be a home builder.
Really?
Really? Okay. So
Just
not getting
because
into-
like only recently in your like career did you have that, or like the whole way through where you're like,
That was
I
it.
wish.
Whole way.
Really?
Even I'd love to get into. We do a little bit of it because we own some of the properties our Wendy's are on, but we do a bit of development. But I'd love to do like
Full
like
on,
a full
like,
development, like be a developer too. But you know, there's all these things I want to do. Like, you know, I'm into a bunch of different other things, but you know, all the smartest people around me keep telling me just stick to what you're doing, because when you take your focus off your main breadwinning, whatever you're doing, whether it's your time or whatever, you take your focus on that and start trying to make a buck on the other places, you lose sight of the golden goose, right?
So what would you kind of like, what would your main title be? Because like obviously I know what you have and stuff like that, but what would your day-to-day operations job title be?
I think my email signature says I'm vice president, but anyone listening or knowing any entrepreneurs will know, like,
everything.
You step in on a Monday, you could be putting out 10 different fires before you get to the stuff you want to do, and that stuff gets pushed to Tuesday. Then Tuesday has its own problems. But one thing I've learned as a business owner is titles doesn't matter. There's work to do. It's got to be done, and sometimes the only person that can do it the way you want is yourself. So,
well, yeah, if you want to get it done,
right,
you do it yourself, right?
But it's imperative. I have an incredibly amazing ops team and support team at our office here, and because we're from Windsor to Sudbury, all over the place, so we have a huge network of our own staff, and like they're like the backbone of the company, man. Like, it's just Susan and I making the day-to-day decisions and big picture planning for the business and executing those things, but our ideas or our
vision,
our action or vision trickles down through them, and they're the ones that execute it.
Susan is your business partner?
That's my mom, my business partner.
Oh, okay, nice.
So like, again, I know me, but I was even talking with Edis, is like get like a Cole's Note version of like
what happened,
where it started, and then kind of what brought it today.
That's why I started with where you started, like your first job, and then you transitioned pretty much like a timeline, pretty much of from your first job when you started to actually work to then, you know, where you are right now today, and where the future leads you.
So first job was grade 7 doing basements. Grade 8, same thing. Grade 9, we still had the home building business, but my parents bought their first Wendy's in 1998. So I was 12. Didn't really understand it back then. So at one point we had the home building on the Wendy's.
Oh, see, like I never even really realized that timeline.
So do you know why that happened? You went from home building and development all of a sudden to a fast food franchise.
So my dad was sitting on, I think, 100 lots in the late 90s. There was a huge housing crash. Interest rates were like 20%. 100 lots paying 20% on.
Damn.
It scared the crap out of him. So he's like, I gotta get into something else. His cousin owned a bunch of Tim Hortons and was like, hey, there's this new thing. Wendy's would have been only 22 years at the time. So still new in Canada. And he's like, you got to get into this Wendy's thing and get you in. So he, back then Wendy's was owned by Tim Hortons. So that's how there was that connection.
Okay.
No way.
Ron Joyce. And he brought Wendy's into Canada. And then, so we got one store, and then quickly, once you're in the restaurant business, it's a very, especially in the early stages like that, a lot of capital acquisitions, and the corporate stores were back then selling a lot off of the corporate stores to franchisees. So that's how you grow, right? They get the franchisee revenue and pays back to the corporation, and then they can develop more stores, sell them off, that kind of thing, right? So,
this was in Ontario, right?
Yeah, first store, Sarnia.
Yeah.
And then we had the whole Windsor market at one point.
Oh, damn. Okay.
We only have one store there now. And then we had Chatham. So Sarnia, Windsor, Chatham. And then we started our first store in London in like 2002, something like that. Dundas store. And then a bit blurry for me after then, because then I entered high school. And
did you have any kind of like, was that just like, as far as you're concerned, your parents' career at that point? Like, were you involved at any point at that?
I didn't. So grade 10, I started flipping some burgers in the stores.
Like working?
Yeah. So my kind of thought process was like, if I'm going to get into this business at some point, you got to start at the very bottom.
Right.
Because especially being kid of the owners, everyone's going to think you're just there to lollygag, whatever. So I was like, no, I'm going to go in and give me the bucket, give me the mop, give me the grill. I'll
Do
just
everything. Yeah.
That way, if I ever become an ownership role,
Can say that.
No one can say I haven't done anything.
That's good though.
Or
Yeah.
I can say that that's not actually how you do that.
Right.
I learned it myself, right? So, so then high school ensued, and then I was just like, I think I worked. I was still doing the grade 10. I did Wendy's, and to be honest, I didn't love it. Didn't love being in like a hot restaurant all summer. Grade 12, I went back to construction for Fusion Homes. They kind of built all the homes in my subdivision.
Yeah.
So I was doing carpentry work, concrete labor, cleaning up the sites, doing cleanings before the homes would be turned over to I love that because it got me back in like the home building and stuff. But it's it's just hard work. Like,
Yeah.
You're like 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Like,
It's grunt work.
it's grunt work, man. Yeah, you would know.
I know. Yeah.
So then took the path forward. At this point, so behind all this, my dad was sick. Had a form of MS that they still don't really know what form it was. Very odd form. So me, like grade 12, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to pursue the construction engineering aspect, probably get a piece of work my way into equity, whatever, for the home building. But as soon as grade 12 ended, that's when he wound down the construction business. So I kept my path forward. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go try and like make it on my own.
Yeah.
So went into college. My father passed away 2 months into my first year of college.
No way. Yeah.
So that was it's rough, man. Like you're in there, like especially like everyone looks up to your dad, right?
For sure.
And he was this construction guy, and here I am going to school for construction. And all of a sudden, you see it gone before your eyes, right? And like bless my mom, but there's no way she could have. She's raising 2 kids. She's now a single mom.
Yeah.
No way she could run a construction business. And so she chose restaurants and the Wendy's business forward. So that's what she did, and I pursued construction. So ended up working in my last year. You have to do like a big co-op, break for like a year. So I went down to Alabama. That was actually really cool. Got to do,
that's why you're a Bama fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Now I got the connection.
Got the full Southern hospitality down there. Like just this little Canadian kid. You go down there to the deep South, and it's just like, what the heck?
Where am I?
We were building a steel car plant down there. So I was embedding the rail lines into the concrete. So my job for like 6 months, all through the hottest summer of my life in Alabama, was running this crew of guys, and the building's a mile long.
Wow.
Started at one end, and there's like tons of it's like every bay has all these rails, and from one end of the building to the other, I had to be within a quarter of an inch difference.
Wow.
What?
That's wild.
It was wild because like the train cars can't be like
Yeah.
all over the place, right? So
a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, so it's called layout. So you look like a laser, and the guy holds it on the rail, and you have to like set it in the concrete, and you're doing like fractions in your head.
He's like, no, rip it up, do it over again.
Yeah. Luckily, it had nothing. It was a pretty big responsibility for like I was like 21 down there. But
what was that, like late 2000 and probably 2009? Yeah,
2008. Sorry, 2008.
Because you're my age, I think. What are you? 87?
I'm 88.
88. Okay.
So right before I graduate, the 08 financial crisis happens. There's no jobs anywhere.
Wow.
It was I was like, what the heck am I going to do? But luckily we had that co-op.
Yeah.
That got us through the majority of 08, and I actually graduated in 09. So came out, got a job immediately at a local contracting firm, and got to learn the ins and outs of project management.
Mm-hmm.
And
at this point, you're pretty much still all like construction forward.
I never even had, I'll tell you, I'll finish up here, but I never even had a thought of like the restaurant business in my head. Forged ahead, and then did a little switch up there in, 2010, 2011. Worked for this big electrical company in town. They needed some project management help. So I came in there and started helping them and getting some processes in place. And Then out of the blue, my mom just called. I remember being at my desk at work, and she's like, "Hey, we need to go to lunch. I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Oh, what's happening?"
Yeah.
Sits me down like within 5 minutes. She's like, I need you in the business. Like, just go quit your job. I'm like, well, I can't just do that. I can't go back. She's like, no, like we're growing. I have this strategy. Need you. I have a spot for you. So
what was your first like gut instinct? Was like, how am I going to tell her no? Or I've been waiting for, like, obviously you thought construction forward. So it's not like you were like, I can't wait for this some moment to happen. But was your first gut like, oh no, she wants me, but I don't want to? Or you're like, oh, there's some news here.
No, to be honest, this is when I first hurt my back. So I was struggling every day. I feel like I wasn't being a good employee. So I was taking like 2 perks just to even get to work.
Damn.
And like I couldn't stand. They brought me, like, bless them, they brought me a standing desk for me and stuff. But I was just like, I need like 6 months where I can have like go to doctor's appointments, get my MRIs, get the surgery, and then be back.
So you gave her conditions on outcome, but
it was an honor as obviously the eldest child to be asked to come. But that's kind of how I wanted it. I never wanted to be, hey, can I come in the business?
Yeah, of course.
I was like, I'm gonna go work and prove to you that I can
make it on your own.
Make it on my own, and then got the invitation that way. So that's how it went, man. It's been it's my 10th this December will be my 10th year.
10 years, damn. So when you then officially like, all right, I'm in this business, how many Wendy's from that point on to now 10 years? How big have you guys expanded?
When I started 10 years ago, we had 8, and we're about to open our 15th store.
Wow.
And then what about Pizza Projekt?
Pizza Projekt came in about a year in. The landlord of one of our Wendy's that I had just built owned the property at Fleetway there, and he's like, "Hey man, like I got your space. Like he knew my mom too.
Yeah,
got the space. I want to do some pizza there." So I just and then I just completely came up with the idea on my head and the name and everything. And again, using my construction knowledge, I built the whole place up myself. Didn't have to hire a contractor, so saved costs and stuff. And then that's when it really turned into, I was like, okay, I'm in the restaurant business now, and I fully understand what people go through. So I essentially got an MBA in restaurants opening Pizza Projekt because, well, I lived there. I slept on like the couches there. Doing like, you just never prepared for a new restaurant. It is, everyone thinks it's easy work.
Right.
It is backbreaking work, man. It is one of the true tests someone could probably go to for being an entrepreneur is opening a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because it really does take 5 years to get like profit going. If you're, if someone really knows what they're doing and has already a couple restaurants, it's pretty easy. But like, there's never been pizza in that place. And it was, we didn't, when we first opened, we didn't serve booze into it, which was a huge, like, everyone's like, what's going on?
Right.
So we had to get through that barrier. And then that was actually the game changer when started selling alcohol into the Fleetway there. So
what about like, how do you compare, I guess, like, because even through the Wendy's, has there been any like franchise like takeovers, like, or like buy, like, has every Wendy's been new location?
No, we've acquired 2 in the last 10. So I've been on, we've bought 2.
So 2, and then the rest was built from ground up.
Yeah, which Wendy's really loves us for that, because we're keen for growth, and like their development department, we work close with them.
Who looks for the areas, I guess, where a potential Wendy's could be?
That's part of one of my day-to-day, like my big picture things. I'm always looking for sites.
Okay.
Always looking for the next place to sell some JBCs.
Is it? And we had Umesh on last week, and he's has a few Boston pizzas.
Yeah.
Is it like really corporate from the standpoint of like, at the end of the day, I feel like corporate, call it Boston Pizza, has majority of the say. Is it not the same so much? I mean, obviously you can't just plop one wherever you want.
So like, you get a site and then you call corporate and be like, is this a appropriate site for you guys? And then you give them a business plan. Why would this location work?
Yeah, it's an interesting process, and I wish it was more refined. Like, I've heard McDonald's is very like black and white. Like, you do not have, like, this franchisee gets this part and you cannot enter it.
Oh,
for Wendy's, you can actually, if you find a site, you can go, it's called a real estate REL, real estate letter or something.
Mm-hmm.
You put it in, you say it's that, you give all the site info, take a Google map picture, you send it in. But then if it's like too close to a store or whatever, then the other franchisee has a whole process to reject it.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. But they're getting more flexible because they know Wendy's a bit behind on growth. I'll say like there should be more Wendy's around. Like there's 10 McDonald's to literally it's 10 times bigger.
Is there? Yeah.
Wow.
And it's, I don't know, I'm a little biased wearing the hat, but it's way better food, man.
Yeah.
It's just if people had more access to it.
It is,
sure.
yeah. I find every time, I'm not being biased, even before I knew you guys or whatever, every time I wanted a fast food joint, I was always looking for Wendy's.
Yeah.
Why? It was just because it tasted for me better. It was just more quality in it.
It's funny too because Wendy's Windsor was like those ones. I can still probably name off where they are.
Oh, dude, we had the old atriums, like the old glass.
Oh yeah, and right behind the Devonshire there.
Yeah.
Is that still there? Devonshire Mall and Howard and like EC Row.
That was ours. Yeah, no, I think that's like. No, we sold it to the guy who owns all the Windsor stores now, so he's got that one. But
when you started and you had those stores, did you still have the stores in Windsor, or did you guys start selling those off prior to that before you got into the Wendy's business?
No, we had those within the first couple of years of starting the business. But Windsor's a sad story, man. So 08 happened.
Yeah.
9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Sales got cut in half. No Americans came over. They're just scared. Never came over across the border. Then 08 was like the nail in the coffin for our stores there. We kept the most profitable one.
Mm-hmm.
We sold all the rest.
So you just had to, just because numbers weren't working out and you make a choice, is like, I got to sell.
Dude, stores are just bleeding money.
Yeah.
Your other stores are just floating your Windsor operations, right? So we had to, everyone thinks you can just walk away from things. You can't. Yeah. You're tied into leases. Yeah. You're tied into franchise agreements. We had to wait till those expired, all those years of losing money. And then once they were all expired, we got out. We were able to flip a few of them and sell some of them, but like no one's going to pick up a store that loses.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
$100,000 a year, right?
Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah.
I forget what I was going to say.
Oh, it's good, man. It's part of growth. You got to
well, right. It's like if it doesn't work,
make your
right,
path forward,
right,
and you recalibrate, you recoup, and you get a plan. You go execute it, right? It's just.
Would you ever go back to Windsor to see if you can open more?
So it's far to go. We only have one store there. Well, we have Leamington and Windsor, so it is kind of like most of our operations are kind of this way.
Okay.
But I think Windsor's a done deal for us at this point. We're not looking to.
Okay.
We're really trying to grow the north, like Sudbury area.
Nice.
Is it something where I know, like from even Umesh and stuff, who has the most number? Who's the biggest franchisee owner? Does he have a ton? Not like literally who, but because I've heard that like it's like people have one or two or three, and then there's obviously people in the middle, and then there's people with like 15, 40, whatever. Like, is that how it works as well?
Two groups in both Ontario, the biggest franchisees in Canada, and I think one has 50, one has 60.
Just Wendy's, strictly Wendy's. Wow.
Are you like chasing that?
You know what, man?
You can't think like that, really.
The goal's 20.
Yeah.
Beyond 20, it becomes a different animal. Me and Susan run a very employee focused, we still want to maintain that.
Yeah.
That family run business. Like I still know every single one's like beyond 20 stores, you're hiring like CFOs,
right?
HR people. Like it just becomes
something
you
different.
lose touch, right? And we don't. It's hard to say that if someone comes along and says, "I got to sell 5 stores," and the accountant's telling you, "Jake, look at the numbers."
Yeah,
you're gonna make. It's hard, but and like I said at the start, it is a tough business.
Yeah.
When I'm on vacation, my phone's never been off in over 10 years. Been in Hawaii, Mexico, wherever, always taking phone calls about fryer going down or someone breaks a window or someone stealing or whatever. Everyone thinks it's like this. You're really inundated every day.
It's tough, man, because it's a 24-hour, 365 type of business, right? It's like you don't have technically no days off, man.
And you have breakfast now, so that made our days even longer.
Yeah.
So it's like,
if you
guys tried the breakfast?
I haven't yet. Honestly, I don't. It's
See, that's the weird thing. A lot of people have tried it, but
I do. You told me about it. And I'm like, I want to.
I had
When there's 2 seconds on my way
Yeah, it's
in
like
the morning,
annoying.
I'll be.
I
going
literally
every
drove
day.
a worker of mine the other day to grab that sandwich with the what was it
the Takis one.
no the grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's the one you told me.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Same
Grilled
thing,
cheese, yeah. And I was like, man, they just came out with that. He's like, I'm gonna go get that right now. And he's like, this shit is awesome.
You know what Wendy's is really good at is like the LTO burgers. Like they always have like the bacon mushroom melt,
Yeah,
and that's part of their part of their brand strategy is like always have like a really at some point of the year always have like a really good
Yeah,
LTO burger
Yeah.
or something.
I'm pretty like Baconator and
Jace,
and spicy chicken.
You guys always
JBC's.
throwing a dessert burger like a JBC or something.
When I used to pound that stuff, dude, JBC's always. I used to get like 5 of them. That would be like, that's it, just crush
I
that.
just get
and-
dessert instead. Before we go this kind of part, if you could have like one outside of construction and restaurant, if you were like had a year to or whatever, if you could go into one other industry or business,
What would it be?
yeah, what would it be? Just almost as a fantasy like type of
It's not really fancy. I'm trying to, I have some stuff going on in Bahamas right now.
yeah.
My main goal is to open up a longevity peptide clinic down there, somewhere where it's friendly to that space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super interested in what's going on in peptides and stuff.
Yeah.
Want to really find out more and explore how to monetize that. Right.
Cool. Okay. Well,
Awesome.
that's like maybe when the time comes, if that ever comes, when that comes to fruition, we'll talk about it.
We'll
Yeah, and so
circle
we'll
back.
keep going.
Yeah.
But the rest of the episode, the full episode, will be on YouTube, HQCo, on YouTube, and
Yeah, if you want to hear
finally,
more, yeah. Thank you so much for
Thanks,
coming
fellas.
on. Yeah.
Great chat.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah. So we'll keep going, obviously.
So now we can talk about like the golf tournament.
Yeah, whatever we want. And like, I don't. It's not like I don't want to talk about it. It's just like
It's like
let's give
like
that as
he
much as we
knows,
can.
right?
you know?
I mean, he knows a lot of stuff, right? Whereas in like
Honestly, I'm surprised though how much I never got like a full
Yeah, yeah.
sit down, like
Was that like good? Is that what
yeah,
like people?
yeah.
no, this
Like,
was
it's-
great.
We've noticed that recently, like we might actually be better off going to the hour because
You just get like I can't believe it's.
I know, and like
It's so quick.
it's so good to
Yeah.
keep going, like to get more in
Because
depth.
we only
and
got
everything.
into like small little bits and pieces,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
could really go on and on.
Yeah.
people who have restaurants and or like just a crazy career. It's like I want to hear it. So to like skip past parts or like shorten segments, but then get as much as you can in one. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but
I respect the hustle, man. It's tough. I
Yeah,
can
especially-
see how tough it would be. It's like just having a whole overview over everything. I mean, you have so many things going on at once. You don't want to have those things going on and do like half-ass it. You want to do everything that you do to the best ability and the highest quality, right?
So that's a great point, and that spills. I wanted to talk about this in the last segment, but the extra stress is when you walk through that door and you got to greet your kids and your wife,
Right,
and you have all this going on in your mind.
right.
I find it's very hard for men and women, but I find I'll speak from a dad's point of view because I'm a dad, and I feel like you carry the load of everything on your
Right.
shoulders, right? So you're trying to figure out what the issue that just happened in your head. You're trying to talk to your kids, play with your
Right,
kids, and you think you're not being attentive to your kids,
right.
and you just make yourself feel worse.
oh yeah,
And then
It's a lot of
it's
mind
just like,
games, man.
man,
It's
like-
a lot of mind games. Even like, you're just sitting there and all these things are going through your head, and you still got to have, you want to have focus for your kids, be there for your kids, enjoy the time with your kids and with your wife or whatever, and family in general, right? And on top of that, you're carrying that load, right? On that business perspective, right? So it's
it's
a
just
lot.
so many things going on. It doesn't even have to be like necessarily a negative situation.
No, it
Like,
could be positive, everything, right?
It's just so much to like.
And I think we're at a
process.
time in history where human beings weren't meant to be as connected as we are.
Yeah.
Then you think about the war and whatever, and like, is that going to affect my business? And this interest rate, is it going to,
Yeah.
whatever, Trump doing this. and it's just so much in your head all
Right,
the time.
right.
And
so,
a big portion of it is probably just does come down to overthinking it, because someone who doesn't have access all the time, all day, every day, it's still there. They just don't have that awareness of other possible outcomes that essentially are irrelevant.
And like you
can't
said
control certain
earlier, I
things.
mean, you said earlier, it's like people think it's like, oh yeah, you just buy it, it runs by itself, you sit back and just like, just have an overview, blah 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 blah. I think it's the complete opposite.
well, you can do that, and there's people that do that, but their restaurants are ran terribly. Their
There
SMG
comes the quality,
their
right?
scores are terrible. They're always fighting with Wendy's, about to get the restaurant pulled and stuff. It's just, and they're not making. There's no way you can operate that and
Yeah.
not make as much money, because your sales are going to go down. People are going to stop coming.
Do you find that, like, even thinking about that question or that like point in itself, like even the people you come across or like end up talking to, do you still find that so many like people are, oh, must be nice? Like, what am I trying to say? Like, do you think more people think it is so easy, or do you think so many people, like more people are like, oh man, I could never do that because of X, Y, and Z, work, time, everything? Like, when I think, I don't know, maybe it's the people you surround yourself with or the people you end up talking to on a daily basis, but I don't really find that comes up in conversation, like must be nice, must be, or assuming
Like
it's easy.
standards.
I think anyone who knows me, like you're close to me, anyone who just, like knows I'm not like, my mom's able to take some time off and stuff now because she's retiring soon.
Yeah.
I'm filling the gaps, and like it's just like not my time in life to be traveling and stuff. So
Yeah.
so it's like a shift, right? Like, I don't know, some people might say, oh, Susan, you're away so much and blah, blah, but they don't know that I'm running the business.
Yeah.
And stuff,
More so just from a just operational standpoint of like the general public thinking or how they perceive a business owner to be. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just, I'm not under the impression that a lot of people think it's easy.
I would agree. I don't get that too. I don't get people being like, oh, it must be nice.
Not to like give myself, not like in the humblest way. Like, I get more often like, good for you. Like, that must be hard versus that must be easy. Or again, it comes down to like everything. Like, if it was easy, just everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's definitely a work ethic thing too.
Mhm.
Obviously.
Well, you gotta
Otherwise-
have the grit for it. You gotta
Yeah.
have the mind and the skill set. For you, you have like almost like a bonus having a construction background and development background, because in your case, whereas in other cases, your case, you can literally build up a Wendy's from ground up and do it all yourself and run it. Where other guys who are gonna either purchase a new store, they'll have to hire somebody to build it, all the stuff.
Yeah, and that costs money, right?
And
I
right,
can
right.
just do it myself, right?
Right.
So it's and like I said, I started at the bottom of the Wendy's. I had to go through all my training as well, so I can physically run the stores. I'm not the best at it.
Right.
I'm better at big business strategy. That's what I focus on day to day.
Yeah.
Just because I know I have such good people below me
Yeah.
to feed me the information.
Was it hard to find people like that, or was that already set in place?
I'm sure it's
because your mom-
ongoing, a challenge all the time,
Yeah.
right? Like,
We're in a really good place right now with our senior leadership team and our district managers. The best part of the company's ever been.
is that from a restaurant to restaurant perspective or an operation standpoint?
Operation standpoint.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, man, those COVID years when the government was giving out free money, like there were some dark days in there, man. We were shutting the restaurants at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Staff just leaving.
Damn.
Staff not coming in. We lost about half of our GMs. Just decided to just retire because
Yeah.
they're stressed out. Didn't want to be around people with masks or whatever, right? So it was
Damn, that
really,
must
that
have
was the
been,
most
like,
trying time I've ever
crazy.
in my career.
That's what kind of to circle back to that last conversation we had, like, and what people, I think the biggest thing people underestimate, or maybe they think about it, but when push comes to shove, you don't really realize what it feels like, is like just having like fortitude. I think that's where 99% of people like either get too stressed, give up, or like start making mistakes, is when you're like, the number one thing to relate it to me is like people have no idea how many times your like back was completely against the wall. And I'm personally, you know what I mean? And it's like,
don't you find though in those situations you become so clear?
100%.
Yeah.
It's like, absolutely. It's motivating, work ethic, vision,
Yeah.
everything is just like,
I mean,
think
it's a
you really
test.
need to experience that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that have become ultra successful without, and it's, you know, someone can win the lottery or whatever, and figuratively or literally, but like that's the biggest thing. And that's what I think you have to, like, even the people, you know, in your circle or whatever, because A, you might not want to admit it, or B, like, you can't describe that feeling unless you're in that position of how many times your back is actually against the wall, and like what you do after that is, I think, the biggest thing for anyone.
Back against the wall and mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes, and those are the best teachers in my mind.
Well, yeah, if you make a mistake, you're gonna learn from those mistakes,
I'm
right?
never
And you
doing
get
this again.
better, right? You'll never do this again. And it's like, then you look and see like how you sit there and it's like, how could I have done it differently?
What
Right.
would have been like, if the biggest one is something you can't mention, what would be a one thing that like you're happy to talk about that like was the biggest mistake that you made as a professional? Something that stands out.
When I entered the business, I was only 25, right? Like 26. Like 26-year-old running some restaurants. You know, head was getting a little inflated.
Yeah.
And I admit it. I was when I call for service calls for broken fryers, and when people wouldn't come right away, I'd get mad at them, agitated.
Mm.
And then I learned so what happened was this one group was like, yeah, don't call us again. Like, you're too pushy. I was like, that. So I sat to my desk, be like, how do I go tell the team I can't get the fryer fixed? So with the Wendy stuff, a lot of it's like, there's like 2 guys that can fix your stuff.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, now I only have one other choice. So I got it fixed. But what I took back from that was, these service vendors are your lifeblood.
Allies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to treat them like royalty, because
Yeah.
they're the ones keeping the dollars flowing when your stuff goes down, right?
Right.
So that was my biggest lesson, was like, your vendors,
Yeah.
whether it's the Coke guy, the CO2 guy, the guy doing the Orkin bug guy, like, just
Whatever.
give him
it
a
is.
meal, give him a food, like, be
Did
nice
you
to
go
them.
back to those guys again and like sit down and talk to them and be like, I messed up. Can I get you guys back to start fixing my stuff?
Of course it did.
Yeah,
I
you
had
did.
to eat crow there.
Yeah.
We're all good now.
Yeah.
But you know, it's almost like thank you, because
Right.
I need to learn, right?
Right.
Yeah, that would be, getting that.
Well,
door
yeah,
shut type
because
of thing.
you're right. There's not a lot of people that can do things like that, right? It's a very unique, I guess, niche. And once you're in it, it's like there's no
Yeah.
one except us. So it's like, you call us and you better be on our good side. Otherwise, we'll let you wait,
Mhm.
and then you're just losing money.
Something my dad and mom always taught me was, when your bills due, always pay your invoices.
Yeah.
'Cause when you need them to come,
Yeah.
you want them to never be like,
Wow.
you're 30 days late. So,
Yeah.
no, you pay your invoices when they're due. You don't leave. You don't have no idea what these other businesses, what their financial stuff, or they could be living
Yeah.
invoice to invoice as well, right? So,
Yeah,
right,
totally.
right, for sure. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Wendy's sick. So you said 20, and that's cap. Where's the newest store gonna open? What's the new?
2 minutes down the road from Union, it's West
Yeah.
5 over there.
Oh shit!
Hyde Park, or not
Is
Hyde
it already
Park.
open,
Well, the
or
Hyde
just
Park one,
in?
but-
I probably shouldn't give the opening date on the air. In case,
But it's going fast. Like,
Okay.
it's coming up. It's,
Yeah, so,
they're
like,
working
from
hard.
start of August.
So from start to finish, how long would it take to open a franchise?
Build from the ground up.
Build,
Well, 4 months.
4 months to build it, to start running it.
Do
Wow.
you have
That's
a
actually
preference
quick,
on
man.
which, like, if you could buy an existing or build, is there a huge
So
advantage to
we
one over
actually
the other?
have we have our CFO working some numbers on that right now, because we're building 3 this year. So, and the last ones we acquired. So we want to look at
Yeah, compare
the
it.
finances of, okay, you put the money down, but then next day your money's rolling in,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
And yeah, you may pay a little premium, but then construction costs are so crazy right now too. And then you have all the pre-opening costs. We have training labor.
Mhm.
You waste food when you're testing stuff, and insurance and all that stuff. So we're looking at that right now, see what's more.
Do you bring
economically
staff in from other restaurants and then slowly hire on, or I guess I'm sure that's
so
all
like
a
for our new
system.
store in West 5, we have 3 other stores in London, so everyone's split up, and we're literally just paying them
Mhm.
trained to learn everything in those 3 stores.
Oh, right,
Mhm.
yeah.
How
obviously.
often do you go start visiting Wendy's?
So my goal is a store a week, or
Okay.
2 stores a week. Because I'm busy building 3 stores right now. I've been up to Sudbury a lot to look at that one,
Mhm.
and then another big part of my day to day is managing all the someone drove through our dining room the other day in a car. So I gotta get that fixed. So like
Wow.
I'm like I do
Yeah.
a lot of facility stuff and
Yeah.
keeping the stores running. So 12 stores plus 300 construction. Like I am completely capped right now.
Yeah.
So I haven't been getting out to the store as much as I used to, but it is one of my favorite things to do. I love talking to our staff and seeing how their day was and hearing feedback from the sales and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
It gives you good input, right? Because the fact is like you then learn from it,
Yeah.
right? It's like, what can I improve? What doesn't work? What works? And yeah, awesome.
Do you have
That's-
any other plans with Pizza Project? Like, would you ever go into that?
there's
Like,
some stuff cooking. Yeah, it's gonna line up right at the right time too. But I think we're ready for location number 2.
really?
Oh wow,
That'd be cool.
that would be sick. Pizza Project. I love Pizza Project.
Might not be full sit down because that's interesting. I think it just works at Fleetway because of the volume.
Yeah,
there.
of course. Yeah.
But most pizza places you see now are just takeout and delivery. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
How did the
Too bad, man. That other place in Kamoka where that Sopranos
So, like,
went in.
Andy's or whatever.
Yeah, Andy's would have I don't, what do I know, but Kamoka needs nothing against Sopranos, but you know, I'm driving into town.
Yeah.
how did the beer come along? The Pizza Project beer, the brew.
The mutant one.
Yeah.
How
Just
did-
fun.
Yeah. So I dabble in the crypto space a little bit and NFTs. And so once you own an NFT, you own the digital rights to it. So I saw some other guy do something and it just clicked. I'm like, let's put an NFT on a beer can.
Yeah.
And London and maybe in Toronto and stuff would have taken off more, but I think London doesn't even know what NFTs are.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like very small.
But if at the very least,
But
excuse me, it's a
literally
cool like
it's the top. It's the top 10 highest NFTs
Yeah.
in the market, and like not one person said like, oh, I know what this.
yeah. But it's a cool design.
Yeah.
So like, you know how many, like, I don't know, where are they? Actually,
we had them
they
for a
probably
while.
all
I think
got
we
drank.
drank. Yeah,
Probably
we
a
drank
few
them
up
all.
there, but
Yeah.
That co-branding's a big thing. Everyone's doing it now. Sunningdale's even doing it.
Yeah.
They have their own now too.
yeah, just added like, you know, visibility, I guess, and stuff.
Yeah, it helps the craft
Brand
breweries,
recognition.
they
Yeah.
get sell some product too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the peptides, how'd that come along? You were saying you were doing some research into peptide, interest in that. Like, what's up with that?
Well, probably from personal experiments.
This guy's like a biological
Yeah.
guy just walking around putting peptides. He's like, let's see what works.
Well, it's crazy. I mean,
You know,
that's a
like,
whole
I've
nother
had some-
rabbit hole. It's
like I said, my back surgery and big golfer, like, you know, and into the gym all the time and running and that kind of stuff. And I had some injuries and I took the BPC 157 and the TB 500. And dude, I'm talking like I had this wrist injury from golf and like days healed, like never in my life of it. So obviously peptide's been around for a long time. That's about the extent of my experience of it. But I think deep down, I actually want to like help people. Like if there's something like even going through back surgery, like waiting like 6 months in our healthcare system for MRI, like, just don't like seeing people in pain. And if I, you know, Canada's so far behind in that space of like you can't get prescription.
Well,
It's
it's
just so
unfortunate.
sad. It's unfortunate that you can't do that you have to go out of the country and move your business, you know, as a Canadian to go somewhere else to open up a clinic to help people.
even just to get help.
Right. Instead of like, you know, for you to like expand it here and give Canadians what they deserve and what, you know, what they should get.
So just start it there, and then
Right.
when the doors open here, I guess. But Yeah,
Which
it
is
crazy that
sad.
you
It's
have to
so
go
crazy,
to other
man.
places, and you become this like, you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Right.
Like even more so, just as a patient, like you're going to here to get this done. It's
Right.
like that's crazy. But
Yeah.
We're so Western medicine, man. We're so tied to the pharmaceutical companies. But
It's
that's
insane.
fine.
Yeah.
Let them make it and
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
get prescriptions. Like,
Yeah.
it's just what a time to be alive. We have all these things that can help people,
Right.
and
the fact that other places are doing it,
Yeah.
right?
And
It's not like-
I shouldn't be waiting for that, right? It's like if I'm, are sick or need some help, I should get that. Literally, I should walk, go there, get help, go home. I shouldn't be like, go there and be like, oh, you're at the wrong place. Oh, sorry, you're going to have to go here. No, you got to go over here. Oh, now you're at the right place. But
6 months
sorry,
later.
6 months later, come back in 6 months. It's like, dude, I need help now, yesterday.
so I found maybe they'll give me a free consultation, but at least in Michigan, Transcend Healthcare,
yeah.
Ann Arbor. You go in, it's a men's clinic. Go in, blood panel. They keep you for like 2 days. You have to stay there. Blood panel, whatever. They give you prescribed vials of, if you're low in testosterone, HGH, if you need like GLP, if you're overweight or whatever. But then they follow up with you, and it's like, yes, it's expensive, but you're getting it the next day,
Yeah.
and it's legal, and it's through doctor. So what people are doing in Canada is just doing it underground, potentially hurting themselves by getting bad product or whatever.
Right.
I just think that's really cool, where someone can go in and just the information now on hormones and like your blood and like
Right.
what they can read and stuff.
Yeah,
like
or how
that.
you
like
can-
let's like
Yeah.
we have the information. Doctors can tell what's going on in your body. Like
We have the
let's get
technology. We have everything.
before you get people on SSRIs or
Yeah,
antidepressants, like
for life.
let's get
Right.
their maybe they have testosterone lower than an 80-year-old man. Maybe they have high estrogen. Like let's
Right.
get everyone healthy and
Right.
and balanced, right?
Yeah. Yeah, with the BPC 157, I remember when he was going through it or whatever, and then I was like, dude, like same thing, like elbow and shoulder, like struggling with it for years, dude. Years. Went to physio, blah, 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 blah. Dude, I went on one, literally like what was it, a month, I think I went on it. It was a month or whatever that I went on it. Gone.
And then pain doesn't come back. That's the crazy
Doesn't come
And
back,
it's-
dude. Like
I was just talking to someone about this too, and it's like, even for that, like these aren't all like one solve the problem. Like if you have an injury that's been there forever, and like it's not, it may help with like if you tear something or have an injury that's active, it could help recover that. But if you have an injury from 10 years ago, like. But then there's like, that's where something like stem cells would come into play. And it's like,
That's a whole nother.
it's like, there's so
Yeah.
many other solutions. There's not like one thing that, or like you've hit a wall once you get to that point. But again, talk about like, where do you get this stuff done? How can I get educated or see my options on what the next like remedies could be? And at the end of the day, it's all like, wow, I'm not a medical doctor, but like relatively healthy ways about it versus just whatever it is. Painkillers, put a Band-Aid on it, and
that's the thing.
put it
It's
in the
like
corner.
you go to a doctor or whatever, and they'll just like shove these, like they just give you a prescription,
Dude, it's
go
crazy,
home,
man.
see you later, and then you're on these pills. And once you're on these pills, dude, have a good life, dude. You'll be
They
on
just
those pills.
You keep paying for them. They
You
keep
keep
giving
paying
them to
for
you.
them, and
Dude,
you're gonna live the next like 40, 50 years on these pills and spend X amount of dollars, and your body is just deteriorating from taking all this garbage, right?
Yeah, it's
When
wild.
initially hurt my back, my doctor prescribed me 300 perks at a time, and I didn't have to see him for 6 months.
See, that's insane.
Crazy.
So
Here we go.
I
Take
could
some perks.
I could have been
bro.
on the street within the first. Luckily, I didn't have an addictive personality to it.
Right.
But
But
That's
so how
another
many
thing.
people do though?
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's a whole
apparently, that's
another
like
rabbit hole
the
in itself.
textbook of like how like people have back pain, they go to the doctor. Now they're having troubles, right? Yeah.
It's insane. But how you feeling now? You feel good?
I feel great, man. I have virtually no back pain except for like the odd time. Like I'll go bend down to pick up a pencil weird, and it just like clicks, and then
Yeah.
I have to go to the chiropractor and it's fixed. But like
Yeah.
I'm so blessed to you remember my back back in the day. It was-
When you
Nuts, man.
go on like long trips, driving a vehicle, or whatever, does it get a little bit sore?
So I have a little pillow. It's like this big.
Yeah.
I just put it behind it, like puts my lumbar out,
Yeah.
and I can go fly 12 hours with that thing. But
Nice.
I
Yeah.
always keep I have like little physio balls I always travel with in case.
Yeah.
But I've actually gotten to the point now where I can almost adjust myself to like,
Okay.
get
Yeah.
it settled down. But I will say chiropractor has been big for me, man. Chiropractor has been game. Like I know some people are like, oh, not for me, but like for whatever reason, chiropractic and me just like it keeps me in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just it. Is like it's either kind of not to be so black and white, but it has its obviously has its drastic purposes in each person situation for sure.
No, it's good. You look good. I mean, hats off. Even as busy as you,
No, keep it on.
as busy as you are, and there's things you got going on. It's like
It's one thing that slips is the gym for sure. I find, which is I don't love, but the little guy is like 15 months now, so I'm almost at the end of the tunnel. Can start when he starts daycare here in August, and then my firstborn goes into school, so then that opens up your day a little more, right?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll do this again. I think this will probably be a second episode. So
Sounds good, man.
that worked out really well.
Yeah,
I will
it
do
did.
that. So
You didn't do no funny business to my truck down there or anything with any
Well,
stickers?
yeah, so again, the full
We'll
episode
cut
will be
it,
on
yeah.
HQCo and stuff like that. But
we should do golf tournament recap and then do the stickers and stuff. We'll do a more funny
Yeah,
one.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
okay,
Thanks,
so
thanks
that
a lot,
again,
yeah.
thanks for coming again
This
and
is
staying
awesome,
here.
man.
But
I appreciate it.
okay, we'll do like a little bit more. But like for sure, there we got.
That was some good stuff.
We've never done. I'm glad we. Yeah, this will be off, so I'll be able to make that into 2 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Part 1, part 2, yeah.
Okay, so now, fuck all that. But yeah, the
funny business going on here, eh?
golf tournament. Let's just start
How
there.
are you guys feeling? How you guys feeling about the golf tournament?
Ooh.
Good. I mean, I need to go golfing first of all.
You know what?
I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I
If you
think
Why?
it's-
How are you
if you
feeling?
play like member guest, that'd be perfect.
No. Well, it's teams though. I guess like
So
Why?
first
How
of
do
all,
you
when-
feel?
I
when-
feel a little more well positioned this year because I have literally a Sunningdale member in every single one of my groups.
Oh wow!
Well, what are we
Okay.
doing
Like, what
here?
the hell
Like-
is this? Like, what's going on here? So you changed your whole team, and it's just like,
No.
when are we picking teams?
Yeah, we need to get that. Like, let's do that
But
tonight. Like,
that's
get in the books.
but
you want to do that today?
I'm not saying they're all 5 handicaps.
they
I'm just
can't be because you have to.
I
In
know.
order for us to, I kept saying, who was I talking to like today or yesterday? I'm like, Jake can't have any like
No, they're not.
true scratch golfers because we have to disclose fair pairings.
The one guy is
if we're
as
not
good as
playing
your, as good as
handicaps.
your brother. So I figure that's equal.
This guy had an eye out. It's like he brings his brother. He's like, I got my crosshairs on him.
He's the reason why I'm bringing this guy to
Yeah.
shut your brother down.
Is your brother is your best player the guy that's up against my brother?
I think that's what we should do. Is like let the best battle it out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think that's especially if we're not playing with a handicap.
Yeah.
I think we should pair them up to make the best battles possible.
Yeah, pair him up with like even someone bad or someone like a mid handicap or something. Or we do this, put the best of the best. And because that could cancel at some point. Like that could,
I have what we can start is like I have pairings. So we should start with not because strategically or anything, just based on personalities and stuff. We'll start with those and see if you can match them according to skill
Sure.
level.
So how are we gonna? I guess yeah. So we'll tell Jake a pair, and then he'll pair it with.
Well,
that
I don't
pair?
think there should be any like deceit involved. Like, well, let's make
No.
it as good as
You want
tournament
it-
as we can.
you don't want it to. You want it like
I don't
you
want people to be.
personality and you want.
I don't
Yeah,
want
like-
people to be like, well, this is what you get when you don't have a handicap
Yeah,
system. Like,
Yeah.
I want most of our matchups to be like, yeah, that was fair, fair game. But I'm pumped. Like, I think it's awesome because it's now going to be more of like, even my dad and brother were like, well, I guess we're staying, because like
the party.
you're
Yeah.
not that like we want to like bully
Party.
people into coming and committing. If someone's got something they need to do and they can't make it, then that's one thing. But
No, I think this year is gonna be epic.
It's gonna be epic with the
Yeah.
party bus
With
Three
the party
beat.
bus, it's like
and the JVCs and the spicy chickens.
oh,
Yeah.
spicy chickens. I love those too. They're good, man.
3 in a row here. We're coming in
Talk
this
to
one.
John. I guess he's got everything hooked up
Yeah.
with Sunnydale.
Did you have you talked to him like
Yeah.
recently? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a game changer. This year is definitely like a step up. For
and
sure.
it's like the club's aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we have like they've blocked off times and
Yeah.
we can like I'm excited for like different games like the
Me
closest
too.
two in the par 4.
I'm pumped for that. Betting on 18's fun.
Yeah.
Like you have to.
Watch, we're gonna have to go up to like 50 people next year. It's gonna keep.
I think that though
I
the
think
draw
it's
of it is like that it's
very
you
exclusive.
got to slowly build it,
Yeah.
and it only as the demand possibly gets more, then the exclusivity gets
Yeah, it
even
does.
tighter because
It's awesome that Sunningdale play
I-
like is in it as well, right? It's like I
It's
respect
good little
that.
afternoon cash for them too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no one's. I was there? I golfed a couple days ago. It was dead because everyone's at the cottage and
Yeah,
kids are
yeah,
having
yeah.
stuff. Right?
Mm.
yeah, hopefully it's nice weather. I mean, that's
Rain
just
or
will
shine,
add to
baby.
it,
Rain,
like-
or shine.
rain or
Yeah.
shine. Bring a rain gear.
yeah, that'll be good. What else about it? I mean, everything. It's
Yeah. Then Nate comes along and just wins 2 prizes.
Yeah.
Longest
You
drive
golf with
close.
Randy right now. I saw.
I saw them at some.
Randy went. He did that Michigan.
and he took. Oh, that was right. He
yeah,
did ask
he's
me. I
did
think they're
that,
doing a
like,
Michigan trip. or they
Michigan
did
trip
that.
where they played for like 3 or 4 days straight. I don't know, whatever. He asked me that
Must be
last
nice
year.
to
so I
be a
was like,
single guy, just going golf trips. And
I know
Both of them, Nate and
Nate and Nate
you know
and
Nate,
Randy.
right?
these
Nate's-
young cats at the course I golf with, they're men's league, and like they're just there, like
All
26
day.
years old, every day, all day. Never buy anything because they have no money, but they just golf all the time.
I wish.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish.
Yeah,
I
well,
could
look
golf.
at how the tables are turning.
But
you know,
I keep telling them like, he's one guy's getting married next year. I'm like, yeah, good luck, man.
you're gonna have to work
Yeah.
instead of like
Yeah.
slowly turning
Yeah.
it to like be able to just go golf when you want later when you're
Yeah,
30s.
I think I'm gonna have to start going to like driving ranges.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like a bunch that week.
Well,
like,
we'll try and get the captains all out before.
yeah, because we still like it's still got
3 weeks.
3 weeks. No,
It's-
I mean
it's-
that's I
it's-
say
that's
still,
not a lot.
but
I'm up at the cottage basically until we get back. Might be tight.
same. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you are
not
too,
not
yeah.
same. I'm there for a couple days, but
It's
You want me and Vandy to go against you and that again?
that was a good match.
I'd say like
He's gotten worse. Vandy's gotten worse though.
okay, but my dad might hear this, but I'm sure he has too.
dude, I
your dad
played
was a killer.
twice.
But I think to be genuine, like if we know there's those rivalries and like
that
it was a
good.
relatively
It was
That
good.
fair
was a
battle,
great.
It was like literally.
then
Yes.
keep it. You know, like imagine 10
Yeah,
years
yeah.
from now, you guys
Yeah, yeah.
are still 2v2
Yeah.
for the sake of like.
No, I think we got to keep it again.
I think we should keep it. I agree.
I almost think that it would be cool that it's like an handshake deal that like if the two that you pair against, unless there's a huge conflict, it's default you're playing again next year.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, okay, this is truly unfair or whatever, like maybe Eric, if we get some better pairing for them.
because he could just completely blow up. Too. Like
Everyone can,
golf's a
yeah.
crazy game, man.
right.
That's what I was getting I was with Scott today.
Were you?
Yeah, trying to get some inside
On
information.
Jeremy?
Is that who is going against Eric?
No.
Oh man, this guy's got
Who do you have? The best golf scratcher at like Sunningdale coming in and just
He's
like
a weapon. He's a weapon.
AK-47 coming in here.
Eric's like so nonchalant about everything though that he's
So
gonna
is this guy though.
he's not gonna I'm gonna be like, Eric, you better go and then like get good, and he's gonna the day will come and he's like, yeah, I haven't golfed this year yet.
yeah. And then he'll still go.
And then
back
hell
to-
somehow like play decent.
He's got
No, we'll
such a
keep
nice
that
swing.
pair. That would be sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to that.
All right. What else was there? Anything happened this week? I thought there was something in the news that I was like, did you see Shane Gillis? We were just watching some of him at
Oh,
the
bro, he
ESPYs.
did the ESPYs. Like, that
Dude, I
shit
think
was-
he's gonna be the guy that breaks through the woke stuff and starts a new revolution of like
he's already
coming
doing
back.
it.
You haven't watched his like
bringing back
monologue?
the days of like Vince Vaughn and like Super Bad and
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
movies and stuff. Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, those-
this shit that I saw, it's like on Rush Hour. So you know how Rush Hour back in the day, that movie was like you look at that movie today and be like, if that movie would have came out today, they would have like canceled it.
Rush
And-
Hour?
Rush Hour
Oh,
with
yeah, 'cause
Jackie
he-
Chan and
yeah.
and Chris Tucker. So now they have like a warning sign saying, "Hey, if you, like when you look
You're
at this
joking to
movie,
me.
seriously, Google it." They're like, it's a warning sign. It's like this movie was made before this year, blah blah
People
blah. So
cared.
like Gen Z, blah, don't
No
get
way.
a seriously like
Newsflash, people still don't care.
Yeah.
straight up. And I'm like, yo, you serious? Have to put like shit on there to warn people?
Well, it's like I think it's probably a matter of like a lot of like brands and organizations caring less and less. Obviously, there's still people that like, but I don't know. I would say that like whenever that was a thing where everyone cared about that shit, like still no one cared. It's just
Dude,
like loud
no
voices or
one
like
cares.
people, and then certain organizations that like somehow back the people that cared, set this into a spiral, and now like
Dude, like remember super bad when he's dancing with the girl and he gets a period blood, like, dude, like that set me and my friends off for like 6 months of like back then without memes you'd always reenact.
man. I watched The Office every day, almost like so often. Like are you familiar? You watch The Office?
Watched it front and back.
Like
yeah.
the episode where they have the name the things on their head, and he's like, that is the most like call it racist stuff you ever hear. Like
100%,
the
dude.
amount of sexist stuff
Yeah.
that's in there, and like awesome comedy. Like I don't
Like,
like
we
mind
need shit like that. Bring that shit back.
100%.
He's talking to Phyllis. He's like, the only thing I'm worried about is getting a boner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just saying
Or
that
like
today.
there was one where I forget who had it on their head, and he's like, I think it was like Asian or something like that, and he's like, you can't drive or something. Like the whole thing. Like I know someone had Jewish on their head, and it was like I can't even remember off the top of my head, but it was the most like
It's
essentially
ridiculous.
insulting
Dude,
thing.
like I haven't like laughed at a movie since like back then. Like
I know.
the movies are just so bad. And
They suck because all this like woke shit, man. They literally made those movies, for that specific reason, I guess.
I think
Like,
it's
we can't do
turning
this,
now.
we can't do that.
I think the executives are seeing the sales and people not going to movies,
Yeah.
not buying stuff because it's like what like
Or just boycotting
to
their
me,
brand
like, when's
because
the
they
last time like in the movie with my kids, but like I just do not go to the movies anymore.
Dude,
Yeah.
I used to love going. We had
One of
this
my favorite things.
conversation.
I had this
like,
yesterday, or we had this conversation yesterday. Going with them on like earlier this week, I came out of the movie and it was a kids movie, and I was like, holy shit, that was so refreshing because
Yeah.
like for an hour and a half, this was on
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Granted, I still was like, oh man, I got to deal with this when I get out. But you come out, it's still light out, and you're like, oh, I was in another little like
Mhm.
spot and place and time for
Yeah.
like a little bit, and I was like, I should go
Used
to
to
more
love,
movies more
dude. I
often.
used
I
to
mean, the
love-
last one I probably went to was probably with you,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Dune.
Dude, that was phenomenal. Flick.
sick. Yeah,
Like, I feel like we
dude-
grew up in like the golden age of movies.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like I remember my first movie that I saw when I moved to Canada was Harry Potter, bro. That was my very first movie, and I was like, man,
Did you put
This-
the German subtitles for it?
no, and it was an ESL trip, bro. It was awesome.
they took you to Harry Potter. We were like, holy shit! Hopefully these people can sit through this.
And now they're remaking it. You
Yeah,
heard about
they're
that?
remaking it,
Oh,
but it's
it's
probably
gonna
gonna
be
be
brutal.
It's
shit.
gonna be so
You know,
But watch, like when they remake it, there's a resurgence of the original ones, I'm sure, or something like that. Like
Hermione's gonna be like a.
seriously,
Maybe don't put that on.
it's like, but it's probably true.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
If, I would almost think that there's going to be more obscure things, like absurd things, than her
Well,
being.
what- mermaid or whatever, like mermaid's supposed to be
Harry
white,
Potter
but
will be
it's
some
like, yo,
girl.
let's put a black lady
It's
playing the mermaid.
infuriating.
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, for real, what's going on?
Yeah,
It's a
You know
joke.
what's crazy though? I took my daughter to Disneyland a couple years ago, and that's actually the one place where it's not there. Like you'd
Yeah.
think it'd be in your face there, but it's like going back to the 90s when you're in the
just
park.
everyone in.
It's
You don't see
It's
any
in
of the-
Florida,
It's
right?
just everyone in carts and big ass double X,
Yeah,
triple
like
XL.
turkey legs and-
They can't walk.
They just look so unhappy. They're just like sweating. Like, why'd you even come here?
Yeah. Seriously. Oh, that's funny.
No, that's sick though. Is it in Florida, right? Yeah, I mean Florida is red,
Yeah.
right? So no, it's good. I like that they keep it original though. And it's like, why would you do shit like this? Why would you just change it for what reason? You know?
they can't be like making as much. There's so much movies out now. They can't be like making as much money.
No. Because, like, dude, like, me for myself, going to the movies, every time a new movie come out, it's like, dude, like, I need to see this, like, day one, bro, you know? And you'd go in and it'll be packed.
What's one movie you can think of where you waited?
Avatar. I remember I was in Halifax.
That was probably not even
Dude, I just probably
It was
started learning
last year.
English.
Yeah, it was like when he turned 19. It's like either go to the bar or go to Avatar.
Yo, I waited 3.5 hours, and back then to get them. So back then, the way it worked, I don't know how it was in Ontario, but in Halifax, you used to go in. There was none of that online purchase, so you had to go in, get your ticket,
Yeah.
and then you don't have select seats, so you literally get your ticket and you start waiting in line. So I remember it was like my brother and I and a few buddies of ours, we went in, grabbed the ticket, and we're like probably 10 people deep. So there was people already ahead of us. Dude, like 3.5 hours we waited, and then they come in, open that door, and everybody's just running in there trying to get the best seats possible. And it was IMAX. It was sick.
It
And
was the first, like one of the first 3D movies.
it was one of those first.
James Cameron waited like 10 years for the technology.
Yes, for the technology. And it was like, that's the movie. Vividly remember that shit. Is like, we're waiting there, and I remember everybody. There used to fights break out for people to get seats, just to have good seats to watch a movie. Now
I
it's
remember
just
my
like,
dad dropped me off at Westmount Theater, like 3 a.m. to watch me and my buddy to watch the first revamp of the episode 1.
Yeah.
With whatever.
I couldn't. I'm
It was
trying to
such a
think
big
off the
deal
top of
back
my
then.
head.
Oh, 100%. Because
It was
that's
like the next Star Wars after like 50 or
yeah,
30 years, whatever.
yeah.
it was.
Because that was hardcore, man. Like all those hardcore Star Wars fans, they just went ballistic, man. When that shit came out, it was wild, and it was like movie theaters were full literally for like months for that movie. It was one of the highest gross movies in the ever.
What is highest grossing? It just happened, wasn't it?
The highest
it was one of
gross
the- one of
movie
the Disney
was still Avatar. I believe it still has the most money. I
Maybe
believe.
adjusted for inflation. I think you're right, but some like little kids movie just topped it. I think.
Theater though, you'd have to put theater, right? Like theater,
No,
or
just highest grossing movie all time.
All time, yeah.
it's probably like
See, like Avatar,
Avengers.
2.932
That's insane, dude.
billion USD, bro. That's insane.
Box office,
Avengers
box
Endgame, yeah.
office,
I knew
notable.
that Avengers still were close.
Titanic.
Uh-huh.
See, I was one of those guys who purchased that ticket. I'm one of the 2.9323 billion. That's insane, dude. James
Would you
Cameron.
like to see adjusted for inflation?
Yes.
Yes.
Gone
with the Wind.
Wow.
What
19.
the hell?
Oh, well, that's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of the
Avatar's
same.
sold
It
out.
actually is kind of the same list, except for that.
Is that the one with Brad Pitt where he goes off to war and then he?
No, that's 1939, the Gone with the Wind one. But they did a remake. I remember they did the remake.
39. Victor, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
James
funny.
Cameron, man. Shout out to him. Canadian, bro. Let's go. Keep it rolling. And then the second one was trash, bro. Ass.
Yeah, it was. It was so bad. It was kind of wokey too, wasn't it?
It was.
Is there a third one?
There's a third one coming out, yeah. I don't know when, though.
Huh. Well, you got anything else? What
Yeah,
else do we
favorite
got to
movies. Your
talk
favorite
about?
movies. What do you like? What kind of movies?
I watched
do you
that
like?
one. Was really good.
The Warzone one?
Yeah.
Or Warfare?
Warfare.
That
yeah,
was
really
epic,
good.
dude.
Yeah, I'm big into. I think one of my favorite movies of all time is 13 Hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick. That's a sick one.
Stuff like The Hurt Locker.
Yeah, I also love like post-apocalyptic movies like
28 Days Later.
that, but not as like horrorish,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like Divergent. Remember those
Yeah,
movies?
Oh, sick.
Those are good.
Yeah.
You hadn't watched it yet. That Megan 2. Did you watch that one with the robot?
I watched
It
the
just
first
came
one,
out,
yeah.
kinda.
I gotta watch the second one. Is it sick? Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's not
Mm.
like best of all time, but it's definitely like worth watching.
We gotta go back to the movies, man. I
think
want to go back.
some of the
to
best movies ever made though were like the Christian Bale as Batman.
100%.
Those
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
were
yeah.
like insane. Dude.
Insane. It's
Like
those
Christopher
like that.
Nolan slaps together a flick, man. That guy's a unreal director.
Dude, did you see the new one that he's gonna come up with? It was there's a new one that he's filming right now. What the hell is it called? I should actually know this. But he has a cast like it's Matt Damon.
Yeah, no, he
Tom.
pulls together like the craziest cast.
It's insane.
Like all my favorite movies. Like, have you seen Tenet? You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Sick. I rewatched
Like,
that
what
movie.
is happening in this
I
movie? bro?
rewatched that like twice
You
or three
have to, though,
times,
right?
just because it's like insane. And I mean when the Odyssey.
Yeah, the Odyssey.
Yeah, that one is like insane, dude. And he's entirely in IMAX 70 mil. Dude, this is another
150 million.
sick thing about
Matt
this.
Damon, Tom. Oh, what's this?
Just print that page.
John Bernthal.
But you know what they did? They go to the ticket sales. They released tickets in advance, sold within literally like minutes, a year ahead.
Oh, it's old. It's at ancient times, right?
Yeah, ancient times. Yeah.
Cool. Inception.
Inception was
Oppenheimer.
insane. Yeah, Inception was.
His movies he always does like a crazy ending or like a crazy. What was the other one he did? Interstellar.
Interstellar,
Yeah.
dude. That shit had me, again, like I still don't understand it.
Do you use Chat GPT a lot?
So this is
Yeah.
You pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's such a big difference.
Memento.
Yeah. Dude, he's
Knight,
Dark
yeah.
Knight, dude. The Prestige. You guys ever watch that one?
Sorry, that's probably one of my favorite movies too.
Insane.
Yeah.
That ending as a kid, I was like,
Yo.
what?
What? Yeah, it's so insane. I remember I watched that. Yeah, when was it? I was in university. I watched that shit and I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Bring back those type of movies.
Yes. And they don't exist. Those movies don't exist anymore, man.
Oppenheimer. What'd you think of that one?
I liked it.
I thought there'd be more like bomb stuff, but
I wanted to see more of that shit. Yeah.
That one was like, most of these are, but that was just, like super long. I remember watching that at like, that was good.
I love super long movies, dude.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
I remember my mom going to see Braveheart when I was a kid, and there was a intermission in it. So it was 3 hours long.
Titanic, same thing. I think it was. I remember Titanic when they came out on VHS. It was 2 VHS because they couldn't fit the whole
I
movie
remember
into one.
Double barrel.
Like, look at the movies of 2025. World High. Lilo and Stitch. Oh, I went and saw that.
Minecraft. Like,
Yeah, what are we doing?
what is this? Okay, Mission Impossible.
Is that in theaters right now?
Yeah, what?
Final Reckoning.
I don't know. I just put 2025.
It was in theaters. It already was out for quite a bit.
Yeah, so I thought How to Train Your Dragon was the one I was thinking of. I must have saw something wrong though.
Captain America. Sinners.
F1 looks good. It's in theaters right now, I think.
I know. I actually have.
With Brad Pitt, yeah.
I do. I have had a couple people tell me, but it's all like you have this different level of
Yeah,
expectations.
Snow
now.
White. They made Snow White like Latino.
Yeah.
It's like her name's Snow White.
Joke, dude. It's unbelievable, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Or the old school like Mad Max with Mel Gibson, dude. Epic, you
The
know.
new Mad Maxes were terrible.
Are you watching any good shows now?
Deep into the White Lotus right now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Gotta watch that. But same thing, man. I find everything's just like it's hard to really find good shows.
Yeah.
I always just end up circling back to like Sopranos, True Detective,
The Office.
Office. Just like every year, it
Yeah.
seems like I'm rewatching The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Sopranos are sick. One of my favorite shows, dude.
Arguably the best show ever made. They say.
Probably.
The ending is just like wow. It's just done. I was like, wow, unbelievable. Once again, they can't make shows like that anymore. Like you get some good shows. Like don't get me wrong. Right now I'm watching Mobland. It's actually pretty sick.
Do you think it's too expensive? Like to string together a cast to do like no, because they still
No,
pump out True
because like
Detectives and stuff.
because think about this. Like this is so back in the day. All these high quality actors or like A-listers, they're all in just like blockbuster movies. They never did any shows, anything like that. Then
now
all
they're
this-
doing shows.
what?
Yeah.
Now they're doing shows more.
Now they're doing more shows, less movies,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's like the conversation we had with Ange, like the guy who did VFX and stuff on some of these movies. It was like it's all streaming. It's all just like turnaround time,
Yeah,
more,
we-
more,
we-
more,
we
more,
were like-
more.
You can just like sit in front of TV, like, what's the next content?
So it
takes
Blah,
such
blah,
a-
right.
Like bold person to like probably stay outside of that mold, and then that person's probably only doing movies or TV shows every so often because that's what it takes to do something that's not just like high, or like low production, high
Yeah.
output.
What's the next evolution of TVs and movies, you think? Like,
It's probably gonna be either you're putting glasses on and you're there,
or you have like something
or
in your
like
head.
whatever on your temple, whatever, just to go in there and literally be
Watch
like
you ever watch Black Mirror?
sick.
Yeah.
That all those shits are coming into.
I'm sure
like,
even if you
to
want to
truth.
really stretch, you'll just be like first person in it.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm
it'll
saying. It's
almost
like
be
shit is
like-
blowing up and you're in it, and there's like shooting going
Like
on. And you're like in
think
that
about
room.
a Disney ride where you're
Yeah.
riding the train down,
Yes.
but it's like real life, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like you almost go into like another realm.
Yeah,
or
something like that. I'm sure.
Yeah,
is
well,
like inevitable.
one of the Black Mirror like episodes is the one with like likes and shit, and like
Yeah.
we're literally in that age right
Yeah.
now. Having your Instagram posts, people having the most likes.
Yeah,
like
like a credit score based on
Yeah,
credit
yeah,
score.
that's what it is.
Literally what it is, and we're literally living that right now. It's insane. But
Okay,
yeah,
last question, then we'll finish. You've probably heard this before, or maybe you haven't. If you could have five, if you had five, each finger dispensed a liquid, unlimited liquid for the rest of your life, what would it be?
gasoline.
He's listened to them already.
I haven't. I swear I
Okay,
haven't.
yeah.
California cab.
okay. That's an
BPC 157.
Ooh, nice. TRT.
Is that liquid? I guess.
I mean, you're gonna be
That
thirsty
covers
now,
it.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Maybe, I guess water is probably the most important one.
You might only have three now because your time's expired.
Yeah.
No,
Four.
go. You have liquor covered.
I have liquor covered. Yeah,
Coffee. I'm not telling you what to do. People,
Yeah, maybe coffee. That's a good one.
That's good.
and then you need like one money maker, right? Like
Gasoline.
The gasoline.
yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Those
Come
are
on
some
in.
good ones.
That way the
BBC.
government can never tell me I can't drive a V8 truck.
Yeah.
I know. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay, well,
All right, we'll end that there.
Last one. Thanks for coming. Because
Yeah.
so it's
Sounds
like anytime you feel like there's something to do, let us know.
Sounds good.
Obviously, you know how it is.
Loss.
Okay, cool.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thanks.
Until next time. Thanks for listening. See ya.